Thank you, Mark. Thank you. You're a superstar. Thank you. It indeed is my privilege to be here today, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to introduce some of the most outstanding members of our profession. Individuals who clearly set the benchmark by which we measure ourselves. Our first Distinguished Service Certificate is in recognition of someone who embodies the values of our profession through her leadership and service in rural health care. Sister Ann Brooks, D.O., was the medical director and chief administrator of the Tutwiler Clinic in Tutwiler, Mississippi, for over 34 years until retiring 2 months ago at the age of 79. During her tenure, at least 60% of the 300,000 patients she cared for were unable to pay for her services. At the time of her retirement, she was serving as chief of the Department of Medicine at Northwest Mississippi Regional Medical Center and director of the Ryan White program at the DePores Health Center in Marks, Mississippi. In a recent issue of the American Osteopathic Foundation newsletter, she was labeled as, I quote here, a saint with a stethoscope for the love and service she provided to the poorest of the poor in America. Sister Ann is unable to join us today, but accepting the 2017 Distinguished Service Certificate on her behalf is AOA President-elect William Mayo, D.O. Bill,
Okay.
awesome.
Thank you.
Right there.
Oh, sorry. Got it. Okay. Thank you. I just want to take a minute to say I'm sorry that Sister Ann cannot be here to personally receive this. She broke her arm and was just unable to attend. I want to tell you a couple of additional things about Sister Ann, just to illuminate a little more. She came to Mississippi, Tutwiler, Mississippi, in 1983 to practice. At the time, that community had about 1,200 people in it. She came, she practiced for 34 years until she retired earlier this year. Not only did she practice, as you heard, so many people she cared for, but her clinic opened after school education and tutoring for the underprivileged children in the community. She also worked to develop community resources for the developmentally delayed. She additionally worked to make a barter clinic by her office so that the people in the community could get affordable clothing and furniture. Sister Ann just did everything. So to me, Sister Ann is the true embodiment of an osteopathic physician, focusing on mind, body, and spirit. And I just want to say thank you for recognizing her for this award. Thanks, Clint.
Well said. Our second Distinguished Service Certificate is presented to an individual who has occupied both academic and editorial seats in the advancement of our profession. Dr. Michael Patterson is a retired professor of osteopathic medicine, having served at Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine for more than 37 years. He recently retired as an associate editor of the American Journal of the American Osteopathic Association. As an educator, he has mentored thousands of DOs worldwide and authored nearly 200 research articles. His work with the JOA, first as a contributing editor, then an associate editor, and finally international associate editor, helped to strengthen the quality and academic rigor of the journal. Dr. Patterson has always been a beacon of reason and principle and a mentor to other editors and authors like no other. He remains a strong guiding force for the American Osteopathic Association and the American Academy of Osteopathy. So it gives me great honor to award the Distinguished Service Certificate to Dr. Michael M. Patterson, PhD and Honorary DO. Yeah. And our third Distinguished Service Certificate is awarded to the President of the Osteopathic Heritage Foundations, among the nation's preeminent foundations supporting osteopathic medical care, education, and research. This award honors Richard Vinson and his 46-year career in support of osteopathic research and education. Rich began his career in the field of osteopathic medicine with his service as CEO of Doctors Hospital System in Columbus, Ohio. And I may add parenthetically, he didn't fire me because I was an intern one of his first years. He's thinking about it, though. His leadership and vision saw the institution through a corporate transition that led to becoming Ohio Health. He went on to establish the Osteopathic Heritage Foundation in both central and southern Ohio. To date, the two foundations have issued grants totaling more than $220 million for osteopathic medical education and research. The foundations have also endowed research chairs at the colleges of osteopathic medicine from Ohio to Texas. Rick will be retiring at the end of this year, so please join me in saluting him for the vision, leadership, and commitment in support of our profession. I am proud to present him with the Distinguished Service Certificate. Congratulations, Rick.
Got a photographer out in the middle out here.
Dr. Coleman.
Thank you, Clint, and congratulations to our three awardees. Today it is my privilege to debut a new award, the Lifetime Mentoring Award. It recognizes a single individual who has embraced the characteristics of servant leadership, devoting their life to the advancement of the osteopathic profession through the career of development of osteopathic medical students, stood as a role model, and consistently promoted the distinctive philosophy of osteopathic medicine throughout his or her lifetime. Harry Buford Pace, PhD, was a visionary leader who dedicated his career to expanding the visibility and reach of osteopathic medicine. Fondly known as the father of osteopathic medicine in the South, he first came into contact with osteopathic physicians in the mid-1960s and found that they were as well trained as allopathic physicians and had an added dimension of training in manipulative practice. Dr. Pace recognized in the 1960s that there was a lack of general healthcare practitioners in rural areas in the South, especially in Mississippi. He personally sought out students interested in osteopathic medicine to drive them to the nearest college of osteopathic medicine to seek admittance, with the understanding that they would return to the underserved southeastern states including Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Louisiana, after they completed medical training. Dr. Pace helped hundreds of students enroll in osteopathic and allopathic medical schools. Many of the students mentored and supported by Dr. Pace specialized in internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, family medicine, ophthalmology, radiology, oncology, dermatology, etc., and returned to practice in the southeastern states as promised. In 1979, Dr. Pace was instrumental in founding the Mississippi Osteopathic Medical Association. He worked with the American Osteopathic Association to enable osteopathic physicians to have full practice rights in Mississippi in 1973. Thus, Mississippi became the last state to recognize DOs. Dr. Pace's impact on his mentees cannot be measured in numbers alone. Yet, more than 800 physicians credit him with helping them navigate their career pathways. This evening, the American Osteopathic Association posthumously bestows this Lifetime Mentoring Award on Henry Buford Pace, PhD, for his steadfast commitment to supporting students and furthering the impact of osteopathic medicine in the South. Accepting the award in memory of Dr. Pace is AOA trustee Seeger Morris, DO, the president-elect of the Mississippi Osteopathic Medical Association. Dr. Morris.